All right, just a real quick unboxing. Antminer L3 Plus, straight from China. I think it took about 10 days to get here. And I paid just over $700 for it. So not bad. Today Doge is again on the rise. So I think this miner's making about $9 to $10 a day prior to power cost. And it is a power hungry machine. So there you have the L3 Plus and the APW power supply. All right, so we're going to do a quick video. Recently got a pretty good deal on an Antminer L3 Plus. So I got a little unboxing video I show here before, and I'm going to follow up with a small video of the device running. I will say that the power supply that was shipped with this was not working, which is unfortunate, but the seller is working with us to get another one. But it did force me to use a different power supply for it. So basically what we've got is a Antminer L3 Plus, and I've got a, I believe it's Corsair 850X. It's the newer model with the three 12-volt connections. Basically look like CPU connections, as well as two PCIe connections. So utilizing CPU, two dual 8-pin GPU adapters. Got that plugged in, got that going, and it's been running nicely for about a week now. Definitely the Antminer itself is rated to pull 800 watts. So we're right on the cusp of what that 850 should be doing. Monitoring temperatures, everything seems fine. When we do get the replacement APW++, we will install that, and I'm going to make another video. I'm going to update the firmware, and we're going to overclock the Antminer. Currently, it's running just stock BIOS 504 megahash at 800 watts. And in a lot of cases, I've seen folks even overclock all the way up to 700 megahash. But you're pulling 12 to 1500 watts at the wall, and that's a significant increase from what it does. And in the next video, when we get around to doing that, we're likely not going to max out the overclock, but we're definitely going to take it up a little bit. We'll do some math and see what the best option for us is. So once you get it plugged in, very, very simple. Get your network connection. Get your power plugged in. Now, in my case, I used Ubiquiti network equipment. So whatever equipment you're using, you'll want to log on to your router, log on to your DHCP server, whatever the case may be, and find the Antminer. From there, you'll pull the Antminer's IP address and log into it with the default password root and root. So here's the Antminer login page and status page. You can see Antminer L3 Plus, different versions for kernel, hardware, file system, and so on. Different stats for your memory. From here you have your administration, change your password. This is going to give you, it's basically like a top readout. I'm showing you the memory, CPU usage, your logs, and you have your upgrade option here. So this is where we will download the custom firmware and upload it. But the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is go in here into your miner configuration. feel free to write that worker down and mine to it if you like. And you're going to put down your pools. Currently, I'm just mining to nice hash switches because for whatever reason, even if you dual mine yourself, Doge and Litecoin, nice hash is still providing the best rewards. So be it. I use nice hash not often, but sometimes if I'm feeling lazy or if I just want it to be easy, I will throw some rigs over there. So you just punch in the URL, your worker, and your password, and save and apply. Now here you have a couple options. Stop running when it's over 80C, and you can customize your fan percentage. Obviously I would definitely want to stop running over 80C. Preferably don't see anything over 80C, but that's I know where I'm at right now in coastal North Carolina, we're seeing 90, mid 90s, over 100 heat index. So even with a good airflow, temperatures can tend to get high. You also have some other advanced settings here. I'm not going to really talk too much about this. And then your miner status, the most important. So you can see here we've got currently been running up a day and 13 hours, and we lost power yesterday morning for some reason. Got it back pretty quick, but either way it's messed my uptime up. It was running solidly with no issues for over a week. You have your 3 different pools. You got some information about accepted, rejected, stale, so on and so forth, all very common mining. And then you have your 4 boards. So L3 Plus has 4 boards in it. Tell you your PCB and your chip temperatures. These 59 to 66. It's like 66 is the highest, and our lowest here 54. And each board is hashing between 116 and 128. Now those do fluctuate often. I'm sure if we even just refresh now, we're going to see some different numbers. What I've seen is typically right about 500 with these settings. Now, like I said, you can definitely overclock these guys with specialty firmware, which we will do in the future. And then also you have your network setup. So if you want to go in and set a static IP address, so be it. I mean, for me, it's very easy just to log on to my router's interface and find where the Antminer lives. So I have not set that. So if you can get these guys for a good deal, again, with everybody on YouTube, it's not financial advice, but I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to get myself logged onto my nice hash, and we'll take a look at some results here. All right, so here we have a nice hash dashboard. I'm sure most everybody has seen this. Current actual profitability 883. Projected weekly income, projected monthly and yearly, so on and so forth. See, currently we only have 1 active worker. Narrow this down to the last 6 hours. It's been running pretty steadily for 6 hours now. DOGECOIN has actually seen a pretty nice bump today. Who knows how that's going to go or when that's going to last. Again, not financial advice, but currently pulling in about $9 over the selected time period. Which, if you look at it, I mean, most of the time you can find these things. Well, gosh, actually this week, if you look, you're probably looking at $1,500 for this device, which is a little bit out there. I wouldn't, I personally would not pay that much for it, but if you can get them for $700-800 with a power supply at $9 a day, $100 day ROII, not a bad deal. So there you have it. pretty happy with the Antmonitor. Now, it is loud, so this thing's going to go into the garage for sure. I'll just have to install a new circuit downstairs, and maybe I'll make a video of putting a breaker in and putting an outlet in the wall. Not an electrician by no means, but not very difficult to do that as well. So there you have it, Antmonitor L3 Plus. You can, in the future here, we'll have another video with firmware and overclocking, and that's about it. I'm going to do a couple more videos soon, guys. I know it's been a while since I posted anything. This is very far from my my job in any means. So I do work full time. I have family, 2 kids, 2 wonderful kids, a great wife, and I'm going to focus 90% of my attention on them. But I do enjoy getting this information out. So still working on the Akash video. We're going to get that one out. We're looking at a Golem network video. Going to get that one out. We should have a deeper network, deeper nano coming in very soon. Drop a video on that guy. A couple other videos that we're looking into. I'm going to make a quick update video right after this, get it uploaded probably today or tomorrow, just talking about 3-fold Sentinel Atmo tube. Trying to get online tonight and respond to some of y'all's comments. So I appreciate y'all watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and keep making these videos for you. So the power supply that came with it was DOA. So working with the eBay seller to get another one. So temporarily using that Corsair RM850X with these EPS 12 volt. And it goes to dual 8-pin PCI Express. So that power supply has 3 of the 12 volt. So we used 3 of these, as well as the 2 PCI. It gave us enough to power it, and we have 1 left over.